think I'll film this whole thing hiding behind a plant. I like it like that. Hello everyone, it's Alana. Thanks so much for coming to hang out with me today, and if you are new here, welcome, welcome. I thought today we could hang out and talk about Preptober. Okay, so first and foremost, you guys, I am terrified of having my face on camera, and I'm terrified of talking about my writing projects. So bear with me as today we go over both of those things. Actually, let's not talk at all about my face being on camera. Let's just talk about writing projects. So happy October and happy Preptober for those of you who are writers. The fall season is upon us, which means it's time to get going on those writing projects. Nanowrimo National Novel Writing Month takes place every November, as many of you probably already well know. If you do not know, it's where writers and authors from all across the globe get together separately in an attempt to reach 50,000 new words toward a project in the month of November. Now, Preptober, the month of October, comes before November because that's how calendars work. And Preptober is what us writers use for preparation for the month of November, for preparedness for National Novel Writing Month. So I am going to be sharing with you guys today my 5 top things that I do in October to prepare for National Novel Writing Month. Now, this is the first time ever I will be sharing Preptober content as well as Nanowrimo content because, again, your girl's terrified. But if you go back to the very beginning, day 1, video 1 on my channel, I talked to you guys about how I would be sharing my writerly life, my writing projects, my writing progress, my journey to self-publishing, all of those things. And I've done none of it. None of it. And now is as good a time as any to start. The reason I'm doing it now is because I've operated this space, my planner channel and content, for 2.5 years, mainly talking about goals and dreams and productivity. And I feel like it's super important to show up for you guys in this community with actual results, with progress and productivity and the steps it takes to get there. And NaNoWriMo feels like as good a time as any to share that with you guys. I have participated in National Novel Writing Month 8 times, I believe now. I've skipped a couple of years here and there, but 8 times I've participated, 6 times I have won. That's a big deal, and that's me going after goals and dreams. So beyond the pretty pages, beyond the intentions down on the paper with cute stickers, I really want to show you results and steps. And I hope you will join me and hang out with me. Otherwise, I've shown this for nothing. I so appreciate you guys. And the reason that I wanted to mash my writing life with my planner community is because I feel like that is important to show how I get after my goals and dreams. Now, if you are a writer and you are here because you are seeking Preptober content and NaNoWriMo tips, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. There will be plenty of that. And I feel like my Preptober content and my tips and tricks that I'm going to be sharing with you guys is great for going after any major goal, especially if it's a goal that you want to complete in a short period of time. Now, that is not to say that I feel like you should rush after your goals and dreams, but if something comes up and it's a little bit short notice, or if it's something that you've wanted to do for a really long time and you feel like that maybe setting a deadline for yourself will finally get you there, then I feel like these tips and tricks in particular will be very helpful for that. So we're going to talk about my top 5 things that I do for Preptober to prepare for NaNoWriMo, and then at the end, I'm actually going to share with you guys my writing project. Just a little bit of information about it. I'm veering off of the rules for NaNoWriMo as I tend to do, and I'm going to be working on something completely different, and it's gonna be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So before we jump into these top 5 tips for Preptober, if you are a writer and you are looking for resources, or if you're new to NaNoWriMo, I will have writing resources as well as Nanowrimo linked down in the description below. I will be sharing writerly resources along the way throughout the month of October, but if you want to get started, if you want to check it out, if you're new to Nanowrimo, nanowrimo.org is the place to start. You can set up your profile, set up your goals, put it in your book that you're going to be working on, and you can also find community members to be your writerly buddies. Also, you can find people local to you. You can put in your location and search for a writing community near you. All that good stuff will be down in the description below, but like I said, I'm going to be talking about those things again in the days to come. Okay, so before I lose my voice, I'm sweating. You guys, this is take number 9,000,005 because terrified. Okay, so top 5 things that I do for Preptober to prepare for NaNoWriMo. And this is great, like I said, for any major goal. So number 1 is deep clean my house and declutter my spaces. So this is a twofold reason, you guys. This is a twofold task list, and this is why this is at the top. So of course it's great to have a deep clean space. Of course it relieves anxiety. If you sit down and there's nothing around you, cluttering up your space and your mind, that's not the number 1 reason why I do that. The number 1 reason I deep clean my house and declutter my space before I'm going after a major goal, but specifically NaNoWriMo, is because nobody cleans a house quite like a writer who should be writing. Nobody finds an excuse, a distraction, quite like a writer who should be writing. So I will sit down in that chair, I will get ready to write, and I will look at the baseboards or a pile of laundry, or this needs dusted and that needs scrubbed, and I will have a million excuses and reasons why I shouldn't be sitting in the chair writing the dang book. So get rid of any, if your house is already immaculate, that's amazing. I'm happy for you. That's not me. But get rid of any excuses. Get rid of any potential distractions. Of course, things are going to come up. You're going to have days where you're not feeling great, or you're going to have birthdays or holidays or any kind of thing, appointments, whatever may come up. There's going to be inevitable distractions, but try to eliminate as many distractions and excuses as you possibly can in the month of October. That's number 1. Number 2 is I surround myself with inspiration and motivation. You can kind of see a little bit right here of my bulletin board. That is my motivation and my inspiration. I have things all around me that motivate me to write, that inspire me to work on my projects that I'm working on, and it really gets me going. I just have to look around at my space and feel the writerly vibes and find the reminders of why this goal is so important to me. Another thing that inspires me and motivates me and gets me fired up to write is a playlist that I have that's separate from my actual writing playlist. So I have a writing playlist that is kind of a mood and a vibe for what I'm writing, but I also have a playlist that fires me up, and it's kind of like a workout playlist, but it's something for my brain. It works out my brain and gets me fired up and motivated and excited again to write. So if you haven't, I highly recommend that you fill your space with as much motivation as you possibly can. If you're in an apartment or if you're in a space where you can't put things up on the walls, then get yourself a notebook and tear out inspirational pictures or print things from Pinterest or write yourself little motivational quotes. Keep something just for you that's motivating and inspiring. And then I recommend that playlist that's separate from your writing playlist, something that's going to get you back in the mood, especially towards the end of the month. Gosh, we need it towards the end of November. So something that's going to fire you up and make you excited to write again, totally make that playlist. So that's number 2. Number 3 is meal preps and meal planning. So the least amount of decisions we have to make in the month of November, the better. And for me, that's especially helpful because I have a husband and kiddos. So if I can make decisions ahead of time for them, so it's not something that my husband has to worry about. If I also can prepare snacks for my kiddos so that they don't have to go looking and asking and cause a distraction for those, they can just get it themselves, and that's totally helpful. Also, toward the end of October for the start of November, I like to make soups and stews and lasagnas and breads and things like that that can be frozen that we can just defrost and heat and eat and enjoy. Totally takes the I love cooking when it's fall season. Of course, I'm still going to be making comfort meals and things like that. And if you're like me in that way, then I totally recommend that you search crock pot recipes because I can't not comfort food cook in the month of November. I just can't. I just can't not. So look for crock pot recipes. There's something that's going to make your day easier and free up as much time for you as possible. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 4 is I practice my writing life. I practice my sprints. I get myself in the writerly state of mind. So, like I said, I am a Nanowrimo rebel. I don't always start the month with a new project and a blank page. I go into it often with something already started. So, I get myself in a writerly state of mind in the month of October. I mean, I can't not write during the most magical month of the year. I mean, there's just crisp fall magic in the air, and so I'm already writing. And I hit the ground running in November. I've already been practicing my sprints, which is basically setting a timer for yourself and seeing how many words you can pop out in that short amount of time. And I'm in that state of mind. If you are someone who likes to start NaNoWriMo with that fresh blank page, you can still get in a writerly state of mind throughout the month of October by doing a short story or poetry or just writing whatever comes to mind, journaling while typing, that kind of thing, to just get your brain flowing and to be in the mindset of typing. So that's number 4. Practice my sprints, practice my craft, and just be in that writerly state of mind. Number 5, and probably the most important thing that I do for Preptober and that I highly recommend if you're going after any type of goal whatsoever, is front load on health. Now, like I said, 8 times participating in NaNoWriMo, won 6 of those, and the 2 that I lost, I was not healthy. I did not front load on health, and I tried to rely on Red Bull and junk food to get me through. Now, that's not to say skip treats for the month of November. Discount Halloween candy is a requirement for NaNoWriMo. I don't know if you know this, but it is. It's a requirement for NaNoWriMo. But front load on health. Take your vitamins, drink your water. October and November are all, and December, but we're not doing NaNoWriMo in December. It's already cold and flu month. So front load on health, prepare yourself. Things are going to happen. You may be someone who has a chronic illness or suffers from migraines like I do. I have migraines and chronic asthma, but I try to go in as the best version of myself into the month of November. So I've taken a whole load of vitamins and I've been eating healthy and drinking my water and getting fresh air and exercising just enough to get my blood pumping if I am not in a space and place where I can do a workout. I just try to go in as healthy as I possibly can, and then I try to avoid the treats as much as possible in the month of November. They put NaNoWriMo where Thanksgiving and discount Halloween candy happens. I mean, come on, we're not going to be perfect, but do your best and take care of yourself and take care of your mind and your body and your spirit, and just front load on health. Just take a multivitamin and drink your water and get some rest. Mama's telling, okay? So that's number 5, and those are the top 5 things that I do for Preptober to prepare to go after my goal of 50,000 words in the month of November. Okay, you guys, I hope that that was helpful. If you have any questions or if you're looking for more tips, if you're looking for crock pot recipes, totally catch me down in the comments below. Now I'm going to share with you guys a little bit about my writing project and what I'm doing this year for NaNoWriMo. So some of you, if you are here because you watch my planner videos, you've heard little tidbits, little snippets here and there about my writing project. This one right here. I've been working on this book for a while, you guys. It is my passion project. It is my heart and soul when it comes to writing. My children and my husband. Okay, but it means the world to me. I love it so much, but it's not done. And it's not going to be done for a little while because I am putting it on the back burner a little bit. I'm not giving up on it. I'm just stepping away from it for a while because, as most of you know, last October I got really sick. And I was fighting this illness for a really long time, and I couldn't breathe for a really long time, and I kept working on that book while I wasn't feeling well. And because it is sci fi fantasy and it's important to me to have accurate science, I'm doing a lot of research. And it felt like work, and it felt like hard work when I sat down to write or research and I couldn't breathe. And I started to get really frustrated with the project, and I started to just a little bit loathe it. And I didn't want to be in that place, in that space. So I'm backburnering it for just a little while, and I'm going to come back to it. So for Nanowrimo this year, I'm really excited because I'm working on just a heart project. I'm working on a spooky, whimsical, magical middle grade novel to read to my kids. Um, and I don't know if it will be published. I don't know if I will ever share it. I just want to reach the 50,000 words with a fun book at the end. So my kiddos are getting a little bit older, but I still, every night we read a book together, and we're reading The Hobbit, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun if I just wrote something that I could read to them? So I took everything that I love about folklore and fairy tales, and everything magical that I love about Alice in Wonderland, and everything spooky that I love about books like Coraline or anything at all from Tim Burton. And they all kind of mashed together in my brain, and I came up with an idea. And I've been writing a little bit of it here and there, and I'm going to continue to work on it throughout the month of November, hopefully finish it for NaNoWriMo, and then I'll have a story to read to them. And if I feel like it's something that I want to publish, then I will work on that. But right now, it's just a passion project, something that I'm really, really excited to be working on. I already am so in love with the characters and the world and the magic system. It's a lot of fun. So we'll see where it goes. But those were my 5 things for Preptober and what project I'm going to be working on in the month of November. I've rambled. I probably have no idea what I said. If you have any questions, totally leave them down in the comments below. And again, like I said, planner friends, I hope that you will continue to hang out with me throughout the month of October and November. There's still going to be tons of planner content, but I'm looking forward to mashing these together with my writing and my writing goals so that we can all go after our goals and dreams together and inspire each other. Writers, keep a lookout. There will be lots more Preptober and NaNoWriMo content coming. And like I said, those resources down in the description below. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. That's all for this one. I will see you in my next one. Tell your dog I said hi. Bye, guys.